there's some good golfers in Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh yeah, probably. Do you think they let him win? Or do you think he cheated? Or do you
You know, believe it or not, I think he cheated because I've seen video of him cheating on camera. What he does is he pays the caddies to drop the ball for him on camera. And you want to know what I think should be legal? Is that I think that should be legal. There are some rules that I have to increase the speed of play, and one of them is that if you hit the ball in the woods, you should just be able to drop a ball in the woods and pretend you found it without a penalty. You're still hitting out of the woods. Why do you have to keep looking and do all that shit? That just takes too long. Another thing is if you hit the ball and you can't find it, like let's say you hit the ball in the rough, but you just can't find it, you should be able to drop a ball where you think the ball would have been and hit it. I feel like that would help play move along a lot faster, as opposed to having people have to search around for the ball. What are your thoughts?
I mean, are penalty strokes still a thing?
Yeah, I mean, they're
You're saying that like, you don't deserve a penalty stroke from you.
No. That's not. Wait. Stop. I didn't say that. I said, let's say you hit it in the woods. The woods isn't play though. Okay? You just hit the ball into the woods. Instead of searching all through the woods, you should just be able to drop a ball in the woods and then hit it like you found it without penalty. And then the other thing that I said is that
so you're saying that there shouldn't be a penalty for that.
there's no.
How do you know your balls are playing?
I mean, let's say the woods are in play. You know that they're not bordering any of the out of bounds. It's like between two holes. The woods between two holes. So you know everything in there is in play. If you can't find your ball, you should be able to just drop a ball and hit from the wood like you found it, and not have to waste a bunch of time looking in the woods for a golf ball.
So is it a tournament or
Either one, it just moves the game faster. Now the other thing is, if you hit a ball, you can't find it, and you're sure that that ball did not go out of bounds or in the water or anything else. You just lost it in the rough. You can't find it. You should be able to drop a ball without penalty.
there has to be contingencies though, because they can open up cheating and you drop the ball way in front of where they can kind of land there and somebody turn where to drop it.
That's true. I mean, it's a gentleman's game. You gotta call penalty on yourself, but I think it just makes it go a lot faster. There are, at points, everybody's gotta play fairly. Okay, well, let me tell you about Trump. So I've seen him play, and he pays the caddies to drop a ball for him when he can't find his ball, and I've seen it on camera. So I know he does that to give himself good lies and stuff, and then also here's one that I think you should be able to do that you can't currently do. I think you should be able to clean the ball anywhere on the golf course, not just on the green.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. It's a way of performance.
Exactly.
Here's another. I think if it does apply, reason is ball box in the fairway, just like total creators. You're allowed to take the ball. I believe that's a rule.
I'm gonna look this up.
But there's some which is it's also a straight rule because I mean I guess it's totally creative, but there's like some really like fescue and some courses that like it's basically worse than having a golf club in the barrel. It's like just total you're just bushwhacking trying to drop it up.
here's another rule that I think you should be able to do. Have you ever played with what are called winter rules? It's like when it's really wet, or uh, it's where you can move
You
your.
open cards on the fairway.
No. Winter rules. A lot of times, if it's wet, you're allowed to move the ball with your club so that it sits up.
So like ultra the wild.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you should be able to do that. It's called rolling the ball. It's also called.
Even when it's dry.
Yeah. So basically, you should always get. I mean, you're paying a lot of money to play golf. You shouldn't have to punish yourself because somebody, like drove a golf cart before you. You shouldn't have to be in somebody's golf cart like the tire marks. You should be able to move that
I
ball.
don't know. That's a rule in GUINNESS. Like if you're done, someone did it.
No, divot, you got to play.
That's not true.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you should be able to pick the ball up when you mark it, pick it up, clean it, and then place it down so that it's at least sitting up on the ground.
So you're literally going across the mountain.
Dude, I'm going to tell you this.
That's like
Wait, no. From the from my whole life, you could not putt the ball with the pin in, and then some asshole decided to change that one, and everybody does that one now. So that was the golden rule. You have to pull the pin. No matter what, if you're on the green, you have to pull the pin. But that's no longer the rule. Oh, no, that was the rule for 100 years. More than that, 150 years. You had to pull the pin. It could be tended, but once the ball was approaching the hole, it had to be pulled out. And it doesn't.
Ending is a big caveat. If there's someone that's in riders hitting
I'm saying that years ago, that was a two-stroke penalty.
and they abolished that just because people
They abolished it because of speed of play. They were saying it takes too long, especially if you're playing by yourself. You should just be able to put it in. It makes it when you're playing by yourself a lot faster, as opposed to having to walk over, pull it, throw it on the ground, put your ball in, pull out the ball, put the pin back in. It takes a lot longer.
yeah.
But the way that I play is, I mean, you can keep the pin in, but it's like the traditionalist in me wants to uh, pull the ball and pull the pin and just play it normally. Now you say play the ball as it lies. The number one rule. That isn't the number one rule if you're using winter rules, which are used 6 months out of the year in many parts of the world. So I know you're saying like, play the ball where it lies. That's the rule. That's really not the rule in a lot of places. It's you can roll the ball and you can adjust your lie to be ideal. What I'm saying is this: you're paying. I don't know. Last time I played Donald Trump National, it was like $300 to play. I'm paying a lot of money to do that. And my ball goes in somebody's divot. I shouldn't have to play out of that. I should be able to play on the nice grass. That's what I'm there for.
Well, Chris, are you playing legally or
Either way, I mean, when I play, I play when I.
casually? That's sure. It's not a big problem.
I understand when I played.
You're saying even in tournament,
Yes, when I yes when I played
no one.
when I played Trump National, I recorded it on camera, and I can tell you that there were times when I was hitting the ball in let's say, I mean, it's like perfectly maintained, but like there might be uh, like right in front of the golf path. I mean, I guess that's like not necessarily on the golf path, but perhaps where the golf carts go off. And if my ball's there, that doesn't necessarily mean I should have to hit in that spot. If I could hit 6 inches to the right in nice grass, why shouldn't I be able to hit in the nicest part?
I would say I don't disagree at this point because I feel like golf is not meant to be like a driving range where you just get to tee it up every time. I think that if every shot that you play, you get to like put it up on nice grass and take like a beautiful looking face like flop shot with ball out of the rough. That's not really like you have to learn how to hit every bad spots.
And you
That's what makes the game challenging.
wait, and you still do. You still have bunkers. You still have downhill lies. I'm just saying that if my ball is in somebody's divot,
If it's in the rough, if it's in just thick rough, it's like very you have to flop it up over all that because it's
yeah, because that's one of those things. That's kind of one of those rub of the green things. Okay, so what happens if it gets buried? Unfortunately, it's just an area where they didn't mow. They should have mowed it, but they didn't. It happens. Okay, so that's the rub of the green. It's the rub of the green. I get that. But so long as you aren't overtly advancing your ball closer to the hole, I feel like you should adjust the lie. You should be able to adjust the lie within reason. And that's currently winter rules. If you play on any golf course in the United States when it's under winter rules, that's what you're allowed to do.
I agree with it on like you get it in the fairway, right next to the cart path. That I agree with, but definitely not in the rough. That's something right because that's like a night. So like a good quality shot. And if you get it up, you can't stop. Insane.
So I understand. It's called preferred lies. They're generally applied to closely known areas such as fairways, greens, green aprons, and fringes. The rule allows players to improve their lies when the ball lands in mud, frost, snow, or a patch of dead grass, which can make play difficult or unfair. Um, while traditionally used, and you can. Um, I mean, Doug, what do you want me to do about it? Okay, so let me ask you this: in the bunker, I believe now they changed the rules. So, but like I used to know the rules really well. I used to get tested on the rules, but I haven't. They changed the rules, and then I stopped reading the rules of golf. I probably should read them again. But you used to never be able um, to ground your club in a hazard, and now you can. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you can't grab your club in a hazard if it moves the ball.
Well, of course,
Does that mean that like you could theoretically just not get a bunch of sand directly behind your ball? Basically, like prop up your ball by just removing any amount of sand that you wanted to. Like you just build a sand castle up there if you want to.
I don't know. But okay, under the rules of golf, which have been updated in 2019, the term hazard has been replaced with penalty. It's not even known as a hazard, which which includes both red and yellow penalty area, formerly known as lateral and regular water. Which the dog that was always really confusing. Lateral versus regular water hazards. I know one was like a creek, the other was like a lake, but confusing. You can ground your club in a penalty area, whether it's marked with red or yellow sticks. This means you are allowed to rest your club on the ground, grass, or exposed or directly behind the ball, behind or in front of the ball, when setting up for your shot, similar to how you would in the throwing. You may also take practice swings that touch the ground within the penalty. The rule change was implemented to make the game more player-friendly and allow golfers to better assess their lie and swing. However, there is an important exception. You cannot ground your club in a bunker, a type of hazard that is not classified as a penalty area. So you can't in a bunker. The rules specifically prohibit touching the sand in a bunker with your club during a dress or practice swing, as this could improve the lie of the ball or test the sand's conditions. So you were saying, can you build a sandcastle? No, you can't. Violating this rule, those are 2-stroke penalties. So you can only do this in a penalty area. And they change what a penalty area is. So penalty area now with yellow or red stakes in a bunker is still considered a hazard. Wait, no, not a hazard. It is a bunker. Wait, oh no, it is a hazard. A type of hazard that is not classified as a penalty area. So it seems as if the only hazards from reading this are bunkers, and then the yellow and red stake areas are penalty. And then there's also, what do they call it when there's like a bunker, like waste bunker. There's a waste bunker. You know what a waste bunker is?
Yeah, it's just like a knob standing.
It's like a really big. A waste bunker naturally occurs in sandy area that is not classified as a hazard under the rules of the law. Unlike traditional bunkers, which is specifically freshly prepared areas, often formed by removing surface soil, are subject to specific rules. Waste bunkers are typically larger, less manicured, and may contain rock, pebbles, shells, or vegetation. So let me ask you this: if your ball is right up against the rock, you don't think you should be able to move that ball so that you're not going to hit the rock?
I have a rock wasn't in the fairway, but it off the side of the shot.
I mean, it could be.
Like you definitely need if you're moving your ball like
You like punishing people. I like people to be happy.
well, not even give them a stroke for give them a negative stroke for hitting the rock.
I'm cool with that. I want people to do well.
So what about those bunkers that are like 17 feet that you have to hit the ball over?
That's a pot
It's like
bunker.
the ball is the highest.
That's a
like
pot
the ball is
bunker.
highest.
That's a pot bunker.
Yes, that's what they call it. So does that qualify as like should you be able to just move the ball in the ball bunker? It's just
And what are you saying?
should you just be able to move your ball out of the way like from the bunker because there's an obstacle in your way?
No, but I feel as if you should be.
Like if you're right up against the edge of the bunker, which happens
Yeah, it does.
2 inches.
Or okay, what if you plug your ball in the pot bunker? Should you be able to move it out? Yeah, I feel like you should be able to take your ball and put it right in the middle of a pot bunker. Not taking it out of the pot bunker, but give yourself an opportunity to take a good swing.
I mean, if it's a tournament, I don't know. I think you need people to hit better shots, or else it's just going to happen to the hands. And it's just going to be way too difficult to
not enough here. It's not enough here. Nobody's giving you
It's
that.
completely sitting in a strip.
Not, not necessarily. You could take an unplayable guy and then move it like two like somebody or something like that. And you could take but you could take the unplayable guy and get out of the bunker.
There needs to be consequences for bad actions. Even if it's unlucky that it lands right at the edge of the bunker, you have no shot at it. It's just how the game goes. There's so many.
When I worked at the golf course, the first thing we did in the morning, get this, we would sand mask the sand, which would be like I don't know, probably don't have familiar with this, but it's basically like a golf cart with uh, with rakes on the back that drop down and allow the sand to get like mixed up. And then what we would do is we would draw lines in all of the sand traps to fluff up all the sand. And so every inch, literally every inch of every bunker was raked every single day. And it would take us like 2 hours to do it. But it was kind of fun to do. Like, I don't want to say, like, you just talk doing it. So it was whatever. But I always found that to be like such a huge amount of work. Like, the members never knew that we were doing all this work, but every single inch of every single bunker was perfectly um, like fluffed every single day. And then people would come in and just stop the ball or whatever. So with that being said, absolutely.
Were you using the machine to do that?
No, by hand. We just had hand rigs.
Was it like the same rigs that were in the sand trap?
No, they're like metal rigs. Yeah, the rigs that you have in a sand trap, those are like plastic. But no, this would be like metal rigs that would draw like a perfect. Like,
I think so.
and if these rakes ever caught you on the skin, they were like kind of sharp. But they we had to be there by 5. Yeah, we had to be there by 5. And sometimes when we have like the invitation, we had to be there maybe a little earlier. And then as they like as it became a little like early in the spring or late in the fall, there's not as much sunlight. They would sometimes just see hours, but I still think about that job. It was very much like Caddyshack. If you ever saw the movie Caddyshack, it was like it was like just a voice cut, and um, just like you'd see the lady super nice, super private, very nice. Um, we got to play for free on Mondays, but we were always so exhausted that none of us wanted to play. I mean, I kid you, right? But when I first, like, when I was a little kid or like younger, I wanted to play golf like all the time, right? And I played a lot of golf as a younger. Then I started working at a golf course, and I thought, oh, I'm going to love to play golf every Monday. This is like a great benefit. And you recognize that you don't want to be on golf course after that work. You want to go home and sleep. And yeah, I played occasionally on Mondays, but a lot of times I was just so absolutely exhausted. I mean, you work your ass off for that job, and 6 foot deep hole because some irrigation line he's digging a hole a fucking way. Pretty intense. Anyway,
They're getting a freaking like a little excavator.
oh, I mean, they had one. But if there's like a irrigation line, you want to be careful not to move it. So you would just manually do it, and then once you got close to where the leak was, the pipe or whatever, you would like recognize it went. Then you have to get in there and get all muddy and stuff. Believe it or not, though, the worst job I ever did there was okay. So you know what a sprinkler head is, right? You cut around the sprinkler head. Um, well, no, not like that. The the sprinkler head's like a saucer. It's like the size of like a small plate, and we had this tool to cut around it and to clean all around it. And to clean every fucking sprinkler head on a golf course is really labor intensive. You wouldn't think it would be that bad, but there are so many sprinkler heads on a fucking golf course that like it would take you days to do this project. I remember I was doing it with their club. They get grass that grows over them. So yeah, you have to keep them. And
Like trim the grass around it.
oh yeah, the grass is trimmed around it, but it'll still get like a little bit of grass that just starts to grow around it, or like in the little crevices of it. So we had to go around with a butter knife and like clean out all the shit that would grow around it. And then I would cut the other job. And people were really good at this. I never worked there long enough to get really good at it, but was cutting greens. So they were like, we would manually cut them with these like little cutters that mow like really close to the grass. And fortunately, I never sold any greens. You can come really close to where you like. If you drop the mower, it's just going to cut the grass super super slow. Like that would fuck up everything. Fortunately, I never did that. Um, I was only like 16 at the time when I started. I lived in 16 before, and then when I was 18, I started. But this is like, it was outside. I was in nice weather. Um, but the other thing that was really like difficult about this job, you were saying like, didn't you have to get up really early? Absolutely. And I would be out with my friends till like 2 in the morning, and then I have to be awake by 3:30 in the morning. It was like, oh, it was ridiculous. My friends, I would like have to do parties at like 10 p.m. People are like, we just got started. So the hours of the coast are wild. Um, but yeah, I I still think of all the jobs that I've always done that, and there's something really special about that job. Anyway, we're talking about bunkers. I have spent more time in a bunker than I wish to. Not because of my golf team, because working on the golf course. But imagine every bunker on a golf course, every square inch of it, every single day was rigged. And nobody ever cared. Then the next day would come, you go to do it, just how it was. But anyway, bunkers, greenside, fairway, headways. And I believe the rules for greenside bunkers and fairway bunkers are the same. The waste bunker, you can ground or plug in a waste bunker. You cannot hit a fairway or a greenside. Okay, a hazard is an area of the golf course in the sport of golf which provides a difficult obstacle, which may be of two types. One, penalty areas such as lakes and rivers. But they changed that. It's not a hazard anymore. It's a penalty area. And two, bunkers. A penalty area was
identify the balls that fall in a hazard. For example, a player may not touch the ground the club before playing the ball, not even for practice. A ball, any hazard, may be played as it lies without penalty. If it cannot be played from the hazard, the ball may be hit from another location, generally with a penalty of 1 stroke. Rules of golf govern exactly from where the ball may be played. Outside hazard bunkers or sand traps are shallow pits filled with sand that are generally incorporated in the base of the area, from which the ball is more difficult to play than from the grass. Are you good at playing out of a bunker?
No, it's kind of hard. I don't understand.
I
Sometimes I feel lucky.
Yes. Taking don't you feel like $1,000,000 when you take a swing and that ball hops out and just sits? I feel like that's one of the best feelings in all sports.
Yeah, you don't. So we actually really good bunker shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
I guess chipping. Chipping is like my favorite.
I but then I always somehow swoop that fucking ball and it shoots across the fucking green at 30 feet off the back and I'm like, "Fuck, that's not what I wanted to do." But what I did want to do is play you a little rowdy. Are you ready?
Working on my game right now.
No, fuck you. Just gonna be honest with you. Right? You could put together the next Star Wars game and no one would give a flying fuck. Do you realize that?
I'm not building it for it. I'm spread game on the wish list.
Okay. All right. I'm down for that. I have a question for you. In your spray paint game, can you only use paint cans or can you use paint sprayers? Yes or no? Go.
Sprayer.
You don't know what a paint sprayer is? It's like what a professional painter uses to paint.
Oh yeah, those things are cool stuff. I actually want to look at those just for just unless they're satisfying.
Yeah. So can you use one of those in your game?
Yes,
Can you use one of those in your game? Or do you have some kind of bullshit rules that say you can't spray with a paint sprayer?
there's no real difference how it sprays other than and also like the spray powder used to be like it's like a or anything gun, those types of spray guns where it's like a current line that it makes so what you have to use on the cap and you basically seal it.
Right? But what if you want to use a spray gun and you're not a spray can?
I'd have to pull the 3D model to take that kind of stuff to do. But unfortunately, this is not really painters.
But wait, I thought you could do it. You could upload any kind of whatever you call it. You said object in there. You could upload a house, and then could you paint a mural on the house?
Yeah, if I wanted to, I could literally upload any object.
What about a black hole? What about a black hole?
Yeah.
Would your paint simulator take into account the gravitational pull of the black hole?
That would probably take a little bit of learning to do.
Can you paint in a zero gravity environment in your game? Yes or no? Go.
Yeah, I think it's flying beach.
Um, there are other ways to do it. We won't get into those, but they're pretty scientifically advanced. All right, very well. You could have fans underneath you, shooting you up, which would, or like a jetpack, which would allow you to still be in a forbidden world, a world with gravity, but use technology to be able to counteract gravity. Does that make sense to you? Yes or no? No.
Your audio cut out, but using another device.
I mean, what do you want me to do about it?
I just stopped cheating.
How is using a jetpack to paint in a world with gravity cheating? I'll wait.
It's like moving your phone. That's the.
It's just playing winter rules. That's what you do.
Okay. Okay, it's not cheating. It is cheating, but
So, are you going to be able to paint with a jetpack? Yes or no?
not imagine first person.
Are you going to be able to paint on the inside of the Statue of Liberty? Yes or no? No.
Yeah, no, I told you this like at least 600 times today.
No. On the inside.
Yeah, if you go up with the, like the hollow side of the statue of Liberty,
Are you going to be able to, like, seriously, how are you going to make that work? Are you, like, okay, the Statue of Liberty is hollow. How do you go inside it?
can you do that already? Like, I'm pretty sure you can go walk up to the top of the statue of Liberty.
After 9/11, after 9/11, it's not. Actually, even earlier than that. Let me look it up. Yo, Levi, how you doing that? Levi, how you living, big dog? Every day's a holiday, every meal's a feast. What's good, son? Okay, dog. Riser, 1986 ago in the ground of the um, Statue of Liberty to damage caused during the Black Time explosion. I'll explain to you all of that in one moment. I'm looking at Levi. Good job, man. All right, Levi. One thing I'm going to tell you right now. So I see that you have like Levi Pinterest, Levi X, Levi YouTube, Levi Insta. Don't put your name Levi before all of it. Just put Pinterest, X, YouTube. You need a capital T in YouTube. Instagram, not Insta, Instagram with a capital I. Make sense? Levi, Levi. Excellent. Excellent. Look at the example that I sent you if you need help with the formatting.
Right, to Riser. Black Tom Explosion was an act of arson by field agents of the Office of Naval Intelligence of the German Army to destroy U.S.-made munitions that were being shipped to the Allies during World War I. The explosions occurred on July 30th, 1916 in New York Harbor, killing at least 7 people and wounding hundreds more. It also caused damage of military goods worth some $2 million. So, Statue of Liberty, Black Tom incident. Okay, so, right, so you were saying, can you go on the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, you can, but you haven't been able to legally since 1986. So how do you,
Not on the inside, but the blueprints. Yeah, they're good. And the blueprints are publicly available for the statue.
I don't. Well, yeah, actually, they probably are, but,
There's a poster that something that I'm not sure. Oh, that's crazy. The inside of it, it's like looks like a cell tower.
right.
I'm assuming that this is actually a real diagram.
So, Riser, let me ask you this. And I'm trying to get into the workings of something like that. When you score less than 200 literati points, does it ruin your morale for the rest of the year? Or is it only like the rest of the month? Or, how long does that stay with you?
Twitter is pretty incredible still. You can just work shit. Shit.
I mean, you had the Q. That's the best, maybe the second best
I
IO.
have like an X and then
Uh, no one knows what that is.
everyone in Canada called everyone when they in Canada not get your number.
Would you know an American immediately by if they succeed?
Yeah, it's a giveaway.
It's like that meme with the guy with the 3 fingers.
What's that mean?
Oh, it's like this thing, like, I haven't seen the movie, but some movie, I think it's 1970 or something. There's like a thing where in Europe, if you're going to give 3 fingers, give it like this or something. But Americans give 3 fingers like this. And this guy's trying to pass as a European or something. And they're like, how many beers have you had? Or some shit like that. He's like, 3. He holds up 3 fingers. And they like know immediately that he's not European because of how he looks at the thing.
That's good.
Was that the best story that you've ever heard aside from when you lost the literati?
That's correct.
Are you ready to play literati? That's my question for you, son.
I don't know if you know what the problem or something.
No, oh, I know what I asked you. So the Statue of Liberty, if I'm going to upload it, let's say I upload it in your game with Blender, how do I paint the inside if there's not like a door?
Well, you have to make the door so you can go in and like if you look at the blueprints of the statue underneath, there's basically like a cell tower. So it depends how accurately it's designed. I mean, with it spray area.
And you're not going to design it for the people. That's going to be something they have to manually upload. Because I think that's lazy on your behalf.
What do you want me to do?
I'll tell you exactly what I want you to do. I want you to get the top 100 tourist attractions of the world
and model them in Blender or whatever it is you have to do, and upload those in your game. That's what a game developer would do.
Okay, so I have to model the entirety of the Amalfi Coast, the entirety of the Amazon, the entirety of Antarctica, Valley.
No, nothing like that. But I'll tell you, you need to do the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Statue of Liberty, the Hollywood sign, the.
You've already done those.
Okay, so why are you going to input the Golden Gate Bridge?
But there's a free mobile online that will take 10 of 1 second.
You're not going to do that? I'm going to buy your game.
I can't upload a recent environment because I've got like 680 gigabytes.
Dude, we're talking about maybe 100 different Blender files, which are like very small. That's maybe an extra 10 megabytes.
10 megabytes. That's your estimate. The time you want to run.
Okay, no, I would say maybe it's going to be less than 1 gigabyte.
For 100 different 4K textures.
Okay, I'll tell you what you need. Maybe you don't need 100, but you need the Golden Gate Bridge. You need the Bay Bridge. You need the Hollywood side.
What the fuck is the Bay Bridge?
It's pretty good.
American
We're going to talk about that. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm doing California right now. All right, so you don't have to do the Bay Bridge, but you got to do the Golden Gate Bridge, the Hollywood side. You have to do something.
Hollywood sign is actually something good.
Yeah, that's why I included it.
Okay, so you made one good suggestion. So congrats.
All right. What about the Empire State Building? Is that too big to be?
That's the third largest tourist attraction.
Oh, I'm not doing them in order, but it's like I think maybe the biggest one in New York City.
Yeah, I know it earns like millions of dollars. Still, not the first choice though.
I haven't gotten there yet, dog.
Why name the first
Dog. You want me to just start naming random shit, or do you want me to do this?
the game where you odds to litter?
Chew bubble gum and stick it in places.
Yeah, going twice for
All right, so I was in the middle of helping you with your game. When I said the Hollywood side, you even said that's a really good idea. Do you remember that? That happened within the last 3 minutes. Do you remember that?
Okay, I do remember that.
Okay, so what about the Sydney Opera House?
That was a place that if someone chooses to upload that to games, they would do so.
You're not going to include that. Are you serious? You're going to have all this. I really mean this for you, Riser. If you don't have this stuff, I would be disappointed. You at least need the
I
top.
know this stuff is if they want to make there, how do they want to look at it?
Why wouldn't you do that as a game developer?
I honestly I don't buy that people paint over Sydney Opera House.
I think.
It's
Oh,
not a good canvas.
are you kidding me? It's a perfect canvas. It's white. They would love to make it multiple colors or put graffiti on it. I really do. I'm not busting your balls on this one. That's one of the baby
I
titles.
love the Empire State Building, like a metal building, like a 1,000 miles high. It's made of glass. That's not. No, it's not. It's made like the Sydney Opera House in Greece.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. So,
The bridges are like more surface.
yeah, okay. So, Sydney Opera House, let's do the top 10, okay? Coolest things to do. If you want to say the Hollywood sign, that's fine. Golden Gate Bridge, that's 2. Sydney Opera House is 3. Eiffel Tower is 4.
Can't really tame clouds.
Yeah, you can. They paint it every year, regularly, black.
Okay, I mean,
I think people would want to make it really cool.
It's like white spots.
Yeah,
What about the Las Vegas beer?
yeah, I was thinking that, but that's like a bunch of, it's already like colors. I don't know how much you pay,
I could make it like white.
and then you paint on the white. That's cool. I mean, that'd be easy to render. All right, want to do the spear? Fine. What about the uh, Tower of London or Big Ben? What about Big Ben?
I mean, like if you want to paint that, they can go for it.
I know. I You're like the laziest game developer I've ever met.
True.
For sure. You're all excited about being able to fly in your fucking game and paint, but you're not concerned that the people.
Yeah, because when I picture people painting, I look from a Buddhist perspective where you practice painting on the building and the rails and buildings that are used to paint and getting a big flat level. That's basically what we require. The fucking buildings that you're listing are on the year number of shapes.
You know what would be fun to paint?
Historical buildings.
Wait. Oh, they definitely would, and they currently do. You know what would be cool to paint are the pyramids. That'd be baller.
I mean, to actually paint the pyramids would be taking the money.
Well, that's why you get the paint sprayer. That's why you get the paint sprayer, dog. You paint them whatever color you want. Yeah, and I thought that's what you said you were gonna do. Okay, so then it's no big deal. So you're gonna add the pyramids. Okay, that's cool. Are you gonna add the Colosseum? Yes or no? All right. Are you gonna include the Taj Mahal?
Religious buildings.
Okay. Well, did you know that that's not a religious building? I thought it was somebody's house. Somebody's house.
So yeah, I guess it's not a religious building.
Oh, hold on. It's a mausoleum. So, and why they recognize it? Oh, it's Islam.
Yeah, temples.
Well, dude, you could say the same thing about the pyramids, dog.
Yeah, but no one cares. Except for everyone in Egypt.
Yeah, I mean, all right. And how about the Burj Khalifa? Are you gonna be able to paint that bad boy?
Yeah, it's not like a monastery, but anything like that.
What about the Great Wall of China?
Can we paint on the monasteries since it's spiritual devotion? it's like a spirituality thing.
That's a judgment call. What about the Great Pyramid of the Great Wall of China?
I mean, it is a virtual reality, so it's not actually defacing the real statue.
Yeah, I don't see that being. So, what are your thoughts?
Sorry, yeah, I'm at like a place of death, like a theater, like literally like the street kind of things like that, like the gravestones and churches and schools and hospitals and things like that.
Okay, well, the Taj Mahal constantly would be like a dream come. But this isn't a virtual world, so do whatever you want. Are you going to put the entirety of the Great Wall of China in this game?
Yeah,
You know that's like 2,000 miles?
yeah, it's like 20 megabytes of 1 meter. Each mile is like 1 megabyte.
Oh, baby. Okay, so you're going to put that in there. That's great. Why are you so worried about like the file size? Can't you get like whatever the fuck the name of your game is, plus like the extended version with all this cool shit in it?
Yeah, I'll get I only have 120 gigabytes total on this device. Like a big game, like Arkham City, Batman takes up like
Okay,
but other people literally, I mean, that's if you're installing it, playing it from your headset, but like a PC, which has 6 terabytes, so size isn't really an issue.
damn.
With
Why do you
my
need?
Guinness,
Damn. Why do you need 6 terabytes?
the size of the issue with my Guinness or my hardware.
I know, but why do you need 6 terabytes? Like, why do you need such a big storage?
It's an external hard drive, so I can't even download everything to there. But,
All right, so
I mean, I guess I think it's an external hard drive. You still download programs too. It's just nice to have 6 terabytes of shit.
I agree. I am
I'm
trying
not
to
sure
get
if you get all that information.
absolutely. All right, so then my question to you is this: are you going to include in the game the Pantheon
What is it actually want to go with like
or the
like
Parthenon?
you said, amphitheater?
Are you going to put the Parthenon in there? Are you going to put the Parthenon in
Yeah, the parts of
there? It would, and you know what's cool is it used to be painted. That'd be cool if you do it. All right, are you going to put
there's
it?
some artists that literally like just paints grass with literally sprayers. They use like this guy paints grass and he does these like pieces of art. I guess they're murals that are like really, really good. Just massive
Like that.
ground. Just like how the fuck does this guy do it so well? Like there's these drone shots and it's like gathered from like a mile in the sky.
Like that,
See it.
like the end zone of the football field.
Yeah, it paints things probably like quarters the size. But
Okay,
it's hard because like it's tough and like it has to be all these versions. So they really want to do it somehow.
all right. So if you name the tourist attractions that I just said, that's all you need to do in your game. Just give people the idea.
Right district.
No, you don't need that. So why don't you? You
Like
okay? I want to see the Golden Gate Bridge, the Hollywood sign, the Brooklyn Bridge,
the Empire State Building. I want to see. I mean, you said the Las Vegas Sphere, but that's kind of new. I don't know about that. But okay, fine. And the reason why is because they're going to build the Sphere in other cities, so it won't be that easy for Las Vegas. But that's fine. All right, I want to see Big Ben. I want to see the Parthenon. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. I would like to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but you know, so. But yeah, throw that in. I want to, I want to see the Colosseum. I want to see the pyramids, at least one pyramid. That's 10. I want to see. I think you should have the Taj Mahal. If it's seen as like disrespectful, then fuck it. The Burj Khalifa is cool, but it's not going to be the tallest building in the world. Probably, so I don't want your game to be too big. I want to see
the Saudi Arabia building
that
exists.
that clock tower.
The clock tower,
Yeah.
they're building some Saudi buildings.
All right, so don't tell me. I want to see the Great Wall of China. Not all of it, just like a little part of it is fine. And I want to see the Forbidden City would be cool, but that's like pretty big. I want to see something in Tokyo, like Mount Fuji, like a Mount Fuji. It's a little. Um, the
I want to
okay, that's a terrible. That's just the worst
That's
idea.
amazing.
That's a terrible idea. That's one of the worst. Now, are you going to give your guy who's going to be flying around some type of radiation suit? Okay, that sounds like a cool story. Are you going to be able to paint the elephant's foot? It's like um, the nuclear reactor that like melted. It melted in like what's called like an elephant. Well, what they call like the elephant's foot, and it is like the most uh, the most uh, radioactive part of the area. All right. So yeah. So North Chernobyl was there for a stupid ass war Olympics you paid. Oh, the Statue of Liberty. I didn't say the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. So let's
So the statue.
no, I didn't. I didn't. Right. 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 I said the Statue of Liberty 1,000 times. Right.
I said, what makes the 200 West
Sydney Opera House. Right. Sydney Opera House. Tokyo. I want to see the Tokyo Sky Tree. I think it's called. Uh, yeah, something in Japan. And the Moscow, that St. Basil's, you know the building in Moscow that looks like a bunch of ice cream cones? Like Red Square? Yeah. You could paint Red Square different colors. Um, yeah. But the one with the ice cream cones, that one would be cool. And I'm trying to think if we're missing anything else. That's basically everything that would be cool to paint. Yeah, but I think people would take it out. Like, what
What are you going to do? Mount Rushmore?
The Grand Canyon.
That's too much paint, dog.
Doesn't have to be like that.
That's a good point. There are people who do graffiti that and get in trouble for it. Are you going to be able to paint it red?
Like the color red.
Yeah, the color red.
No, why would the color red be just
Are you going to be able to color in the color yellow?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to color in the color blue?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to color in the color orange?
Or
Are you going to be able to color in the color green?
I don't know if I'm feeling generous.
Well, yeah, you probably have to upload the color green in your stupid ass game because you don't want to give people the option. You have to upload everything because you don't want it to be too many megabytes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rush. The choice of your game developer.
Okay, so if you allow people to paint in red, green, and yellow, then they can mix those and make any color, correct?
That's not how it works at all.
Incorrect. They can't make white and they can't make black. Maybe they can. They might be able to make black, but not white. White is the absence of color.
If you want to look at it like that, I guess.
Are you going to let people paint in texture paints like with gold flakes and silver flakes and chrome and stuff?
Yeah, it's actually another feature I would have, which kind of the games have is this stuff is glow in the dark paint.
That's baller.
That is fun.
Are you going to let people paint in ultraviolet paint?
Perhaps, I guess.
Are you going to let people paint in? You're going to have glow in the dark paint, and then will people be able to shut off the lights?
Yeah, that used to be what's going on in the dark paint.
Will you be able to glow in the paint with the glow in the dark with the lights off, or is it just you paint with the lights on and then turn the lights off for you?
Yeah, you can paint with the lights up.
So you can paint with a jetpack. You can paint with a jetpack with the lights on using glow in the dark paint, correct?
Yes, and all the maintain the destination for us. If you want to paint DNS pizza shop around the corner. Okay, the greens on the golf course. We don't paint just the sprinkler heads on the golf course, each one by one.
No, no, stop. If you want to know what we painted, we paint like on the grass at 150 yards in. We paint 150. Does that make sense?
Is there like a ribbon sign that you just scout it around?
Yeah, there was a stake, like a white stake, but then we also would paint 150.
Yeah, I thought again, normally they have like grading above the distance. Something.
No, we had on all of the sprinkler heads, they
they had the distance to the paint. That was already there. So all you had to do was go to script and it would tell you the distance. But my question to you is this: are you going to be able to paint with the color purple?
It would be a very good painting.
What about magenta, which the human eye cannot properly detect?
And how are you supposed to actually do that? How are you supposed to see it?
Your mind just fills in the gap of some of it.
So you lie.
I mean, your mind does. That's not my issue.
It's how you lie.
That's your mind. What do you think about it? Okay. Are the paint cans going to make noise?
Yeah,
Can it make a like with the little ball inside? It's
it's kind of like a little bit of a think about the organic and just keep spraying. They have to check the can. They could add a feature so that if you do shake the can, that's satisfying.
yeah. You should have a setting that says like, do you want to have to take up the can? Yes or no? Is there going to be fatigue? Is your guy going to fatigue if he sprays for too long?
That's really not the purpose of it. Never mind.
All right. Either shaking the can, but you're going to make that a feature. So I wouldn't know how you would make fatigue an issue. Okay, but that's cool. Are you going to allow someone to paint upside down?
Um, like my maze game,
Yeah.
that's really good. That really good maze game.
I mean, the dog shit idea that you mentioned earlier.
That incredible thing that you really like earlier.
Doug, are you going to be able to paint upside down? Yes or no?
That may require like physics for the paint. But like if you're painting upside down, the paint is still not correct. Because gravity. So gravity also
I've already asked you this question. You said that you would be able to have anti-gravity, or you'd be able to float around, or use a jetpack. So I mean, I don't know, baby. It's your world, but not the paint. That doesn't make any sense. I am right.
maybe that actually is a somewhat interesting idea because going off to add like a rotate feature itself. That might be but it's a possibility.
Like if I'm gonna paint a train, and I want to paint the underside of the train, I gotta be able to do it.
Um, and then you could crawl under there a bit like you would. Oh, like if you wanted out,
Yeah,
just flat under that.
right.
But we did that everywhere just because that's how the other works.
No, I understand. But is the paint gonna like drip?
Yeah, how about the if you want to?
What if I want the drips to fall naturally?
I need to pick the natural drip.
What are the other kinds of drips, if not natural?
Drip is just a concentration. So if you want to have it to takes a large concentration of paint to create a drip that for the graffiti markers, so like lots of drips. And they do that by having really thin paint. They thin it out with like alcohol or whatever. So that makes the markers super tricky. So I have that right.
Are you going to have graffiti markers? Yes or no?
Probably not. I mean, not initially.
Okay, let me ask you this question. How are you going to enter the Statue of Liberty? No.
I told you the answer to this.
Wait, in reality, this is a serious question. Okay, you're going to have the Statue of Liberty. Okay, you're going to put that in there, right? I mean, like any landmark, you're going to put that in. All right, so, and I mean this, the door is at the bottom. It's at like near her feet. Are you going to like float to the door or walk to the door and float up the stairs? Or are you going to walk the stairs? How does that work? I'm serious.
If they're in the doorway, the same way you enter the statue of the virtual building.
No, I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that. I don't think you're understanding the question. You're not understanding the question. You're not understanding the question. And it's okay. If you were better at literati, you would understand the question. Here's the question. Here's the question. Are you going to actually walk up the stairs with your guy, your character, or are you going to float like you had said previously you could fly?
Yeah, you could try that.
How do you control whether you fly it versus when you walk?
That's different.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, you're going to be able to paint, like, you'd be able to add makeup to the Statue of Liberty's face using your graffiti, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And would you be able to draw, like, a mustache on it? Well, we were going to get there. But I'm glad you jumped on the gun. Okay, that's cool. Now, you're going to be able to paint the inside of the Statue of Liberty, right? And you'd be able to paint the whole inside, like from the bottom all the way to the top, right? Okay. I don't know why I'm so interested in the inside of this woman, but you never know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's 1986, maybe. Okay. Do you think, this is just a question, and you feel free to answer it if you want. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to answer. But I think this is an excellent, excellent, excellent question. Maybe one of the greatest questions you've ever been asked in the history of your life. Not just your life, not just the life of pain, but the entire lifetime of the universe. It's maybe one of the greatest questions that perhaps anybody's ever even considered to ask. So I'm about to ask it. So if you're ready for it, would you like me to ask it? Are you going to be able to paint the Hollywood sign any color you want?
Could you paint it? Could you paint it white? Could you paint it white? Could you paint it white? Okay, that's uh, that. I've been there.
Right? It's just the absence of color.
That's right. Those letters are really big. They're like 30 feet tall. So that would be a cool thing to be able to paint. All right. Now this is an important question that I'm going to ask you. Are you going to be able to paint the Golden Gate Bridge like an orangey color? Yes or no? Go. Okay. Do you think you can paint
The part is now like where the paint will just take a lot. That's color.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you going to not be able to use any color? Like, you'll be able to use any color on any of these different tourist things, any of these different uh, landmarks, right?
That is correct.
Under any scenario, would there ever be a reason why you cannot paint? This is actually a really good question. Of all the
Sure.
no, it is of the landmarks that I mentioned. Is there any part of the building that you wouldn't be able to paint, or whatever?
No.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, I think I asked only the best questions, only the most genius questions that really any amazing person would ask. Do you have any questions for me?
No. What would you like to see? Like, on the inside of the statue. Or no, sorry, I already phrased. Would you like to paint the inside of the statue?
Oh, you're absolutely right. I like painting like that. It's fun. Ooh. All right. Yeah. Would you let people paint the inside of the system chapel? Let's do it.
Honestly, I think that'd be good thought. That might be nice to take on these.
Yeah. The graffiti it. Yeah. You know.
That's what it's all about.
All right. So that one's gonna have to be upside down. You recognize it, right? Or it's a lot.
Yes. The definitely part.
Okay. And I feel like if you can allow people to do that, you should allow people to do everything, including.
Oh yeah, that's just a religious thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say then you should allow people to do the Dome of the Rock and the Western Wall. You should allow people to do.
I mean, like really nothing I can stop them because basically they're decisions to paint whatever. It's like a little decision about whatever.
Are there going to be any? Are there going to be any points that you can accrue in this game? Oh, so you're saying that your game is pointless? Okay. Why no? Why can't you get any points?
Don't really get points in real life. Kind of make it realistic.
Okay.
Like you'll get XP. Well, you do get XP, but it's some indicator of the number.
I think you should get cool. I think you should be able to turn on.
And then in game you get points. Sure.
Fuck you, stupid maze. I'm talking about the cool break game. That game's good. Okay, and your maze game's good. I just love it.
spray paint. Oh, the Rubik's Cube base game. That's covered. Anyway, right, exactly. Okay. Yeah, no one's played it, no one cares about it. But what they might care about is your spray paint game if I get behind it. So let me talk.
You see the inside statue.
Well, so that was my question. That was actually interesting in my next question. Why would you have it? I think this would be cool. Your task is to tag the entire Statue of Liberty inside and out, 100% coverage, and you have like a time limit to do it, and you have people competing against each other. You can do it the quickest.
Actually, a good idea is kind of like contests like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, it is a good idea. Yeah, it's one of the best fucking ideas you've ever heard.
Contests, and also there's things drive people to want to play the game more.
And it spreads it because they'll be like proud of their achievements and on social media. Yeah, that's why I said it. And I think it's one of the best ideas apps ever. And I'm glad that I mentioned it. And only now are you up to the peak of mind, even understand the depth of creativity that I'm admitting. Now, do you think you get extra points for painting the inside of the Statue of Liberty?
Good, I guess.
Okay. Do you think you'd be able to paint the Sydney Opera House white?
You can do it literally.
Could you play basketball there?
And then in regards to the
Okay. All right, that makes sense. That's legit. Let me ask this. This is a good question. Is there anything that you wouldn't be is there anything that you wouldn't be able to upload and paint?
I mean, there's no enforcement. It's one of the really illegal things, I guess. So,
So, I mean, you don't want to.
it's not going to get promoted on our social media.
No, but I mean, if I want to upload a religious book and write SWAT supervisor, you're going to want to do that.
You can do that. I can't stop you from promote it.
No, I understand, but like if I want to paint,
Paint swastikas all over the place.
if I want to paint, if I want to paint the Star of David all over Dome of the Rock, that's not cause any issues.
I mean, it'll make the person doing it look like a good ball.
Okay.
It's not really like,
So
business. If someone does that, then it's spray paint company that or do they going to control that? Use the tool and stupid.
So you are going to be able to draw swastikas with the spray paint, right?
Yeah, that would be nice. This fall.
Are you going to be able to draw swastikas on the inside of the Statue of Liberty?
I mean, it's freedom of speech.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, it's like the same idea. If you make a swastika in like Microsoft Paint or Photoshop or something like that, they allow creative freedom. So I get that. All right, are you going to be able to paint the inside of the Statue of Liberty with? Oh, I know. Are you going to have stamps? You know what stamps are like?
just generic pictures, like cards, like posters, basically.
Yeah, I mean, here's a good, like a better, I mean, maybe not better, it's not just, but, um, you know, fantasy, how it does it with stencils and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh, okay. Or no, fantasy, yeah. Oh, yeah, he does this. There's another thing called bean pasting. Oh, bean pasting.
No one knows that.
Oh, bean pasting is amazing. But basically like putting up posters, but they have like this paste on them that's like this crazy strong liquid proof glue and you just stick on things forever. Um, so yeah, and maybe I mean personally I'm not a fan of that much of stenciling. And I'm a big fan of bean paste, but not too expensive. So I mean, but if the fans want it, the fans
I forget to tell you that. This is called wheat tasting.
yeah, I can't believe you're not.
No one knows.
It's probably a lower town.
Well, I've probably seen it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I didn't know that's where it was from. Yeah, I've seen it in New York City, too. Yeah, I see this. I see this all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not know that's what that was called. Okay, you want to know something really funny? I think this is so funny. On the whole Kick platform, this is different than the cable. On the whole Kick platform, I have spammed them so much. If you type my name, Rabbi Rothschild, in any person's chat, anyone, it automatically gets deleted by a moderator. You cannot mention my name on the whole platform. And it gets deleted. How cool is that they had to like program that in? Like, I think that's pretty amazing. I think that's really impressive.
Yeah, that was whoever just ran on.
No, that you can do, and Rothschild you can do. But if you put Rabbi space Rothschild, it automatically gets deleted by the moderator.
Your accounts terminated.
Wait, and my name is the only thing that gets that you can say the N word, you can say the D word, the F word, all of that shit flies. But if you say my name as a phrase, it automatically gets deleted by a moderator. I just think that is so fucking funny. That I'm like the most in any chat, yeah. Not even one that someone has programmed that in. Any single person's chat automatically.
They're still spamming.
Oh yeah, for my
Like still currently doing it.
yeah. I didn't pay attention to it. This bot that I created just goes 20. And then if you look at anybody's like anybody that page, it's like Rabbi Rothschild 2 days ago, Rabbi Rothschild 4 days ago, Rabbi Rothschild 6 weeks ago, Rabbi Rothschild 2 months ago, Rabbi Rothschild 7 months ago, Rabbi Rothschild 8 months ago. It's just like it's hilarious. Especially correct. I don't know why they don't just go through their whole system and say any of these words and say Rabbi Rothschild, this is what we're going to delete. I don't know why they don't do that. I think it's because they don't currently have ability to just search them all and see them up. I mean, I imagine they would at some point in their system, but they just haven't done that. I don't know if they want people to create more clips or what, so they don't see them as a bad thing. You would think, though, that if you can't say my name in any of the chats, they would make it so that you can't say my name in clips. But they let the clips fly. Like, I mean, I checked yesterday, And these things are still being made and still being. I literally created a bot that just works without me having to do anything, and I just have left it on for and the funniest part is whenever you like type my name into Google with the word kid, it just shows all these people's clips. It's just like tens of thousands of clips, and that's so hilarious. It really makes me feel warm inside. So I just want you to know that. But yeah, you type my name in, like literally anybody's chat, it's just deleted by me. And I think that's hilarious. That literally you can say like the phrase effing, Ian, and you can say any of that shit, nothing's gonna happen. But if you just say Rabbi Rothschild, deleted by moderator. And the way that I figured that out, I was watching my stream, and I was watching my boss, and